Welcome back to Pokemon Moon. We've more or less completed this entire island save, obviously, it's a few optional things. So we're going to Aether Paradise, which I'm sure we'll be visiting for less than nefarious reasons later.
I'm sure that it's a perfectly wonderful place where Pokemon
It's called
are
Paradise,
happy.
they can't be wrong.
Because Paradise in RPGs is always a wonderful place to be, and it's never actually the villain's evil scheme the entire time.
This world isn't perfect.
Oh, are you gonna talk to Ryan Reynolds over there? Aww.
No.
Aw, man. Oh yeah, that's a thing now. The Pikachu movie. Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu. That's the weirdest choice I could ever think of, but
What?
Yeah, friggin' it's not Danny DeVito.
yeah, the Detective Pikachu movie, they cast Ryan Reynolds as Detective.
They cast Green Lantern.
No, the Deadpool. We're gonna talk about good movies here. All right, good movies.
I didn't even know there was a Detective Pikachu movie.
They're making one, yeah.
Yeah, they're making one.
What did they take the concept from the little shorts that came before the old Pokemon movies and decide to make a feature?
No, there's a Detective.
But the Pikachu game only in Japan, but apparently it's rated in Europe now.
There's a Detective Pikachu game where the Pikachu can talk, and it's got like Meowth syndrome, so it can't fight anymore because it knows how to talk. And you solve like Pokemon mysteries. Like for example, there's like a mystery where like an Apom got attacked, and instead of it being bloody, there's just tomatoes all over the place, so it looks like blood. Because
it's Nintendo after all.
It looks cute, but like I think if the voice acting isn't actually good, then I don't know how well I'll be able to enjoy it once it eventually comes out in English.
I hope that's not Pidgey's blood.
I hope. Yeah. Squeak.
Is that Rattata?
That was too close. You were almost a Snorlax sandwich. I don't know why Jill is Snorlax, but now I want an image of Snorlax wearing Jill's outfits, fan service, and
It's gonna happen now. You know that, right?
Yeah, and it'll be great. Why is everybody in this game a dick?
Wait,
You were just saying a few parts ago how everyone's great and they're giving you shit.
what did he just say? I knew I could count on you to react?
Yeah, he was just messing with
Basically,
you.
he's messing with you, and basically he's assuming you're like a comedy duo at this point.
I'm sorry, but like that's like the most ironic thing to say to this protagonist.
I knew you wouldn't say no, mostly because you can't.
Hey,
But thou
Conrad,
must.
Conrad Veit, do you want to help me move out of my apartment next week? You know I can't speak, you dipshit. Yeah, I know, that's why I asked you.
You know I can't refuse.
Look at how happy all of these Pokemon are, and how hard at work all of the Aether Foundation employees are.
And the music's so serene and nice.
Wow.
Clearly, nothing bad will ever happen here.
Nope.
Then you got this dickhead, though.
Oh, Faba's a douchebag, though.
Some Faba,
He's a douchebag, and you could just look at his face and just like, those faces I just want to punch.
Yeah, well,
Faba beans.
well, the first thing he does is say, "Oh, Team Skull, you guys are a threat, but I'm not gonna fight you. I'll have this 10-year-old do it."
That, and he has that sneer.
Yeah. Also, anybody with a goatee you can't trust, so.
Well, a point.
You mean a Van Dyke?
I mean, okay, there are two different
And
types.
high boobs.
There are two different types of goatees that indicate character in pop culture. One is the pointy goatee, which definitely means you're evil, and the other
Thanks, Star Trek.
is just like a regular goatee that you'd see in the real world, which indicates that you're a bro and you'll be friendly and stuff.
Yeah. Like, he'll be talking about how many
and here
reps
and
you
here
just
we
did.
meet and here we meet Aether Paradise assistant boobs. I mean Wicke.
Is that supposed to be Weak or Wick?
I have no idea.
You should have, like, when this character was first revealed, like, people were, like, the art makes it even more, like, obvious that this character's breasts are just exploding out of her chest. And like,
Are they? I couldn't... Okay, now that I'm viewing her from an angle, yeah, I can sort of see it. I just thought she was wearing a cardigan or something.
yeah, so it's
I was
just like,
okay,
she's,
is that nickname warranted? Oh, it's one of those where... Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah.
she's, so you know she's the nice member, though, because they play different music when you talk to her.
Suddenly?
I don't know. At the same time, though, I saw her name, and I know it's pronounced Wick, and I was like, they're just missing a D, and it'd be Wicked. She's evil.
No, wicked means
But-
good, John. That's wicked cool.
How's it spelled?
Wicked Wild.
Wick, Wicke.
Oh, I see. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I hear Wick, well, just on its own like that, my first thought is actually Wiccan, which in pop culture generally tends to be played in a positive way.
Well, yeah, because you're either a witch or you're a Wiccan.
Yeah.
I think
So
Yeah, but most things don't generally tend to have evil witches anymore. Like the last really super prominent evil witch I can think of is like nobody really does like Wizard of Oz witches anymore because they would rather have hot witches because that can sell Hot Topic merchandise. So yeah.
Not entirely
I
wrong.
guess Harry Potter would come close.
Oh yeah, well Harry Potter, yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean
yeah, but
there
that's-
are evil
but
witches in
Harry
Harry Potter,
Potter's
but
like
that just
equal opportunity witch and wizard, so
yeah, witch is just a woman who can do magic in that universe. So, like, I forget. I can't remember any of the names because I haven't read the books or watched the movies in years. So, the evil girl, the
Bellatrix.
Bellatrix. Thank
Bellatrix.
you. Okay, yeah. Like for every one of her, there's
but
like
the one that's played by Tim Burton's wife.
Yeah. They like shoehorned her into the second to last movie because she wasn't in that book, and they wanted to have that actress there anyway. But it's
Yep.
like it's an unfortunate bit of film only retconning because like her not being in that book is the only reason that one character in the stage play makes sense, because it's the only time that the books would allow that character to be conceived as a child, and now Bellatrix is just there fighting and obviously not pregnant in the movie. So what?
oh, okay. So you can skip all. I thought that you had to like go
Yeah.
all the way around the mulberry bush here, but oh yeah. Hi, Lusamine.
What in what in blue blazes are these people doing with their clothes? I'm sorry.
Oh, so yeah, she wears heels that don't actually cover her feet. So
So how are they staying on?
she puts
What
hot
is
glue
her
on
hair?
her soles.
It looks like it's made of plastic. No, it looks like it's made of ceramic. She's got a ceramic haircut.
she uses.
One day I fell in love with this spaghetti dish, so I decided to become spaghetti.
She actually shampoos her hair with hairspray, so that it'll.
Behold!
See, she loves Pokemon. That means she's a good guy, right?
She looks like a walking pastry. I'm sorry.
She's damn near 40.
No, she's over 40. See, I told you, all anime characters look like they're 18.
Oh, Christmas cake!
You know, I
Well,
take
no,
it back.
she's technically spoken for, John.
I take it back. In this universe, guys should definitely be checking every girl's ID to make sure that they're young enough.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like the women should probably be doing that too, as well. Although I guess you can tell when they're like over 40, but the 10-year-olds don't seem to look that different.
The
from the
thing about
20-year-olds.
anime guys is that they always draw lines on their face when they're supposed to be older and experienced, because old and experienced is cool.
And by old
At
and
least-
experienced, we mean like 18, because this is anime after all.
Emotion!
Yeah, that's how you know this scene is important.
Jellyfishing, 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 jellyfishing.
And then a boss card comes up, Metroid Prime.
Loading screen.
Loading screen.
Just take me out of my immersion.
There
Thank
we
you very
go.
much.
Okay. Oh wow, why is this alien suddenly way less polygonal?
Was it cold?
Are you ready, How? Da 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 dum.
I'm sorry, that mannerism on the jellyfish's part made it seem like it was really, really shy and was just asking Lusamine out on a date. Its two little hand tentacles like went down and held each other and fiddled with each other. It's like
The thing is that knowing what we do about Lusamine, she'd say yes. So
Okay, I'm not even gonna follow that to its logical conclusion.
you'll see later on. Okay, the Ultra Beast battle theme is pretty badass, but these things are such a pain in the ass to fight because they have that stupid...
What I usually do is I just use Thunder Wave, paralyze them, and then throw Beast Balls. It's usually good enough.
Well, their capture rate isn't actually that low, so
But the Beast Balls do so much.
I think Beast Balls are ×5 on Ultra Beasts, and like one in like time.
Point.
It's times
like 0.5.
point. I think it's times either 0.5 or 0.01 on normal Pokemon.
Christ.
Yeah. So
You're not supposed to use them on anything else.
especially in regular Sun and Moon, because you only get a certain amount of them. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you can buy as many as you want, because you can catch as many Ultra Beasts as you want in that one. Also, yeah, this is a Poison Rock type. There's no way you can tell that, which actually makes fighting these for the first time pretty difficult, because you have to kind of...
Yeah, because nothing indicates on what typing they're going to be.
Like, except for the one that's clearly electric type.
Like, circuitry.
Yeah, but the other ones, you're just, like, throwing guesses.
The hell is this?
Yeah, which I...
Well, no, the new wall one in Ultra Sun and Moon is pretty obvious.
Yeah,
but
that's
about
Rock
it.
Steel, I think.
So, despite the different categorization, they are Pokemon.
Yeah, they're just
Technically,
alien.
yes.
They're just alien Pokemon. They're Pokemon from another dimension. Also.
So does that make Deoxys an Ultra Beast?
I don't know. I mean... I guess if we count... Do we count outer space as an alternate dimension?
They haven't.
No,
They
I don't think
Yeah,
so,
I
no.
think these are specifically, like, alternate dimension
I don't know. Kingdom
Pokemon.
Hearts seems to think outer space is an alternate dimension.
Yeah.
Multiverse.
So-
Okay, I was so transfixed by pastry hair here that I forgot she was wearing a giant crystal on her chest for some reason that looks uncomfortable.
Oh,
It's a brooch.
oh, look at... She's so happy that we were able to save her from the Pokemon guys. Look at how she was smiling. She's so trustworthy.
Yes, please leave me with Wicke. I want to return to a universe where hair makes sense.
Lusamine, why are you dabbing?
She's got that noblewoman laugh where she's about to karate chop you. Yeah. Everybody knows the laugh.
Goodbye, totally not evil woman.
Goodbye.
She must be wearing a lot of mascara. When she closes her eyes, her eyelashes become like super thick, like they were drawn on by like the thickest Sharpie marker.
Now, you see...
You cut them out with the construction paper and glue them onto your eyebrows.
Now, I don't want to start the Ultra Sun spoiler bitching too early, but in that game, that scene we just saw is still there, but it doesn't make sense anymore. Because
No.
the Lusamine is... you see, I don't know if it's Lusamine or Lusamine. I've always said Lusamine.
Either or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say Lusamine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but her fast...
Also, free psychic TM before you're even halfway through the game.
Yeah, that's like...
You know, because it's Jasmine, not Jasmine A.
Well, yeah, but
So.
this is a counterpoint. This is a Japanese game. So just saying.
Yeah, well, either way, like, her fascination with Nihilego is the name of that Pokemon, is not really elaborated on in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but, like, it's a big deal here, so that scene earlier on actually means a lot, whereas in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it's like, oh, we're changing the story, but we can't get rid of this scene, so we're just gonna put it in there still.
I like how random NPC in the foreground just like looks back and is like
Jesus, that was me. I was like, you need to shut the fuck up.
his face goes red, like he's embarrassed on this kid's behalf.
It's like, well, it can't be like every other normal kid and get lost in the
Ah,
phone.
God, Malasada again.
God damn, this is a nice boat if you have this much legroom.
Jeez, how much were tickets? Like...
1 million Pokédollars.
You see, what I also don't understand is why you can't... I know that in Pokemon logic, you can only fly to places you've been to. But, I mean, how hard can it be to say, go to the other island? Like, it's right there, you can see a Charizard. Fly there.
You see, even if you count like 1 million Pokédollars as yen, that's still like what, $10,000.
I
For
think
a
it...
boat ticket? God
Yeah,
damn.
it's still $10,000. Yeah, you're right.
Ah, there's another woman who's wearing sunglasses on top of one of those wide-ass hats.
At night.
Well, if you're wearing the sunglasses on top of your hat at night, you obviously don't care what time of day it is, because you're not wearing those sunglasses no matter what time of day it is.
Or you just
But-
really
Or you're
like
blind.
80s rock. You know.
I just don't get the
potentially.
fashion statement. I'm sorry.
All right, we have a rival battle. I
Okay,
honestly
I'm going to say
forgot.
that came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it to happen.
But at least he heals you beforehand, I guess. Although
Well, yeah,
that's
something.
You see,
helpful.
okay, so here's
Alolan Raichu.
Oh.
so here's my question for you guys. How do you feel about the game healing you more often
What
between
the
fights and
fuck?
stuff? Yeah, he surfboards
Alolan
now.
Raichu surfs on his tail in the air. What?
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Are
psychic
you-
type now too.
Yep.
It's actually impossible to get a standard Raichu in the Gen 7 games. If you evolve even
Well,
if
you can in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but
no, you can't. It's not evolution.
yeah, you can.
No, you
Yeah, you
okay,
can.
no, dude.
If you use the Thunderstone in Ultra Space, you get a regular Raichu.
In in Ultra Space specific? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Okay, so at least there is a way to evolve your Pokemon now, because it's just like, okay, because I was testing this earlier. I had a Execute that I caught in Gen 2, I think it was, and I used the Leaf Stone on it, and it became the Alola Executor. So, okay, I mean, I'm glad that we have the option again, but that's still really dumb. Like, there's no way to think to do
So,
that.
Previously, you would have to trade a Raichu in.
From a previous gen.
From a previous
A previous
gen.
generation.
So that makes it really, really hard to get like because Gen 7's really the first game that even makes it anywhere close to convenient to breed for max IVs. So if you wanted a max IV standard Raichu or standard Marowak or whatever, it was basically impossible. Again, like, thank you for pointing that out, dude, because now I can actually, like, that broadens my horizons a little bit.
I know I'm not 100% sure it's Ultra Space, but I know it is possible in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Okay, well,
To answer your question previously, Ted, I don't have a problem with instances where they give you a full restore before a battle begins, because this battle kind of comes out of
if you
nowhere.
can't control the battle starting.
yeah, but the thing is that that's part of what made the rivals such a threat in the first two games, is because, like, you're going through, for example, say SS Anne in Gen 1, you know, you fought a bunch of trainers trying to find the captain, and then suddenly Gary comes out of nowhere with his, like, team of, I think at that point, 4 or 5 Pokemon, I should mention, before Gym 3. And, like, that's pretty tough, especially since you don't get healed beforehand. And the rival does that too.
But this is going into what we were talking about earlier about story integration with the gameplay, because Gary's a dick.
Gary.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing,
You know, even in like, say it feels like Gen 6 or 7, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't heal you before the next
Yeah.
battle.
Well,
How is
Ten-
inherently
Ten-
a nice
Ten-
guy?
To spoil Endgame a little bit, you can meet Blue, and he doesn't heal you before that battle.
yeah, but Red doesn't either. Although those are his items, and he doesn't want to share.
Yeah, because nobody healed him. Why would anybody?
Yeah.
Why would we do the same for anybody
I'm
else?
also-
How is a nice kid? So I think he would.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it makes
there's
sense.
also
for that.
things like this started in Gen 5 too, where there's the doctors in midway through certain routes and dungeons where you would get a heal midway. You could go back to them as many times as you want. They're effectively a free Pokemon Center, and you can heal as many times there. Do you guys have a problem with?
I like free Pokemon Center.
You like? I mean, it's kind of weird because on one hand, yes, it does take away the tedium of warping back to the Pokemon Center all the time. But on the other hand, like, it does kind of, I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe I should, like, they could at least charge you for it to make it not feel as egregious. Like, okay, if like 500
Not that
Pokeball
you're
dollars.
really, not that you're like ever hurting for money.
No,
so-
but at least it would feel like you're not, like, robbing the game of all the challenge, you know? Like, you're giving something for
Holy
it.
hell.
To me, there's nothing challenging about flying to another town.
But then
and
you have to
healing
walk
and then
all the
going back
but
to
the
where
thing
you
is
were.
that you'd have to walk all the way through the dungeon again, is the thing. In the cases of the doctors in Gen 5, the doctors are the most egregious versions. Although in Sun and Moon there are like trial volunteers who will heal you midway through some routes. Like, you have to go through an entire half of a dungeon to get back to where you were if you decide to warp back to the Pokemon Center.
I would rather we just go into what we were talking about earlier, where trainers and battles need to have more than 2 or 3 Pokemon at a time.
Okay, because you see, I think
Where the battle itself needs to be challenging rather than the trek to the
you
battle.
see, you know what? I think it's the combination of all of the healing with so few battles that feel substantial that really kind of makes it. Because if, like, there were healing points in the midpoint of a Gen 1 or Gen 2 or Gen 3 and 4 dungeon for that matter, Like, it would feel like a little bit easier because, okay, like you have healing, but these fights are going to be tough versus these fights are easy and you have free healing. It makes it feel easier even than it, like, not that Pokemon should be a mega hard game, but yeah, sorry.